Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. In this video I'm going to be doing paper 2 from the CIE ICT IGCSE course, and we're going to be doing October-November 2019 paper. I know a lot of you have been asking for this paper in particular. So paper 2 is a practical paper which is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. It includes document production, data manipulation, which is the database section, mail merge and PowerPoint. So in this video we're going to be setting up the evidence document and doing the document production part. So let's go down to task 1, evidence document, and let's first of all open up this document. So N219 evidence.rtf. So we need to go to our source folder, and yep, we're in our source folder, and let's find the evidence document and open it up. Okay, so enable editing. So we need to make sure your name, center number and candidate number will appear on every page of this document, so we can include this information in the header. So if we go to insert, header, and I always select the option which gives us 3 columns, so I'll put my name to my left. So there's nothing specific about alignment, but you know, since we have these placeholders, might as well use them. So after my name, center number, and then candidate number. So for this paper I will use 5, 6, 7, 8 for the center number, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the candidate number. So obviously in the exam you'd use your own details. Save this evidence document into your work area as N219 evidence followed by your candidate number. So I just need to make sure I include 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. So let me go back, save as, into the same folder, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to save it as a Word document file since we are going to be having screenshots. Press OK. Job done. So we're going to be using our evidence document to place screenshots and answers to questions. So we can highlight this as done. Okay, now we're going to be looking at task 2, document production. So we're going to be preparing a report. The company uses a corporate house style for all of their documents. Paragraph styles must be created and applied as instructed. So we can highlight this as we've read that. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is open a file, N219 reading.rtf. So again, we go to our source folder, and it's going to be this file here. Enable editing. Okay, so let's have a look. The page setup is set to A4 portrait orientation with 2 cm margins. Do not make any changes to these settings. Yep, happy with that. Save the document into your work area in a format of the software you're using with the file name ebooks. So if you see capital letters here, make sure you include it in a file name, because in a moment we are going to be taking a screenshot to show the file's been saved and also the evidence of the file type. So if I go to File, Save As, let's enter the name, and we need to save it into the same format as a document, so we need to save as a Word document file. Into the same source folder, double check the file type again, and click on Save. Okay, so the file name and type is up here. What we need to do for the evidence document is to show that it's been saved from the source folder, which is, yeah, so we can see the file is here, and this is a type of file. So I'm going to take a print screen for my first evidence, so evidence 1. And as mentioned in other videos numerous times, it's up to you how you go about evidence, and if you want to use the print screen button or the snipping tool, it's whatever comes easy for yourselves. Okay, so that's a nice clear print screen. You can see the file name, the file type. Job done. Question 2, we're going to now place in the header automated page numbers left align. So let me go back to my document, insert, header, and I always select the one with 3 columns. So page numbers left aligned. so we can click on the left placeholder, go to page numbers, current position, and click on this option here, and an automated date field to display today's date right aligned. So we click here, not date and time. What we need to do is go to quick parts, field, we need to show it as a field, so we go to this instead. There's no format for the date, so we can select this one as a default, press OK. Okay, and there's nothing else in the header, so no other text or placeholders are included in the headers and footers. So what that means is we get rid of this box here. Just press delete on it. Done. Okay, so now we're going to go to the footer, and in the footer we're going to include your name, center number and candidate number right aligned in the footer. So if we go to insert, again I'll go for the 3 columns. I'll delete any placeholders which I'm not using, so we're not using the left or the center one, and we need to include our name right aligned in the footer, so name, center number and candidate number. Center number I use 5, 6, 7, 8, and then candidate number I will use 1, 2, 3, 4. Double click here to return back to the normal page. All alignments match the page margins. Headers and footers are displayed on all pages, so we can just go to the print preview and double check. Yep, so can you see the page numbers aligned with this margin, the dates aligned with the end of this margin here. Okay, so that looks fine with me. Now we're going to create and store the following styles based on the default paragraph style, so we'll talk more about this in a moment. So the first style that we're going to create is going to be DB subtitle. So when you're creating these styles, again, make sure you enter the names exactly as they appear on the paper. So to create a new style, we go back to Word. Let's get out the print preview. Underneath style, there's an icon here which we can click, and you can see there's the title style has already been created. What we need to do is to create a new style by clicking on this icon here. The style is called DB subtitle, and we want to base it on the default paragraph style, so we need to make sure we select normal, and the font will be sans serif, so we can choose Arial. The size will be 16, so Arial 16, right aligned italic. So right aligned and italic. Single line spacing, no space before or after. So the line spacing set to single. You go to format, paragraph. You can see there's no space before or after. So that's the first one done. Okay, I know this has changed from the title. We'll change it back to title at the end. Let's create the next style. So DB subhead, let me copy and paste this. It's going to be a serif font, so we can go for Times New Roman. Select normal, based on the default paragraph style, and it's going to be serif, so we can go for Times New Roman. The font size is 14 and it's going to be center aligned. Bold and all capitals. So if we go to format, paragraph, I'll come back to all capitals in a minute. Single line spacing 6 points after. So we can go to here, type in 6 points, or select 6 points. And to make it all caps, if we go to font, there's an option here to select all caps. Okay, I'm happy with that. And that's changed again, but we'll change it back to title as I said at the end. DB body, and the font style is sans serif, so we can go back to Arial. Oops. Based on the normal style, normal paragraph style. It's going to be Arial font, sans serif font, so we can go for Arial. Size is going to be 10 and justified. So 10, justified. No enhancements, single line spacing. Yeah, no enhancements, single line spacing. And if we go to format, paragraph, we will have a 6-point space after each paragraph. And the last style that we need to create is the DB table style, and the font style will be serif, so we can go for Times New Roman again. Yes, based on normal paragraph style, so serif 11 and left alignment, that's fine, and italic, no lines, single line spacing, no before or after spacing. So single line spacing, yeah, italic. And if you go to format paragraph, you'll see it's set to zeros as default. Done. And I'm going to change this back to title. There you go. Change it back to title for now. Right, evidence 2, take a screenshot to show the style settings have been defined for DB subhead style, which is going to be this one here. Make sure there's evidence that this is based on a default paragraph style. Place this into your evidence document. So let's modify this style. And what we can do is format paragraph, and we can show this as well. This show has got 6-point space after. The font should be a serif font. Yeah, 14. Center line, and is it bold, and all caps as well. Yep, all caps is shown here as well. So let me take this print screen, evidence 2, and crop off the parts which are not necessary. Make this a bit bigger and save. Okay, question 4. The style name DB title has already been created, stored and applied to the title text. Modify the DB title style so the only following formatting is applied. So let's go back to DB title, modify. So what do we need to do? It's got to be sans serif 32. So for sans serif we choose Arial. Size of the font is going to be 32, so let's type in 32, press enter. Center aligned, bold and underlined. So center aligned, not bold and italic, it's going to be bold and underlined. Single line spacing and 6-point after, 6-point spacing after. So we click here for single line spacing. Format paragraph, no space before, and only 6 points after. Yes. So let's press OK. Do we need to take a screenshot? Yes, we do. Okay. So let me get this back up again so we can show this print screen. And this is evidence 3. Yeah. So again, you need to have nice clear print screens. If you need to go to the second page, you can do so. I think we'll go to the next page, so I press Control Enter. And let's make this nice and clear. Okay, so question 5, display these custom style names as a list in a style manager. Provide a screenshot evidence of this list here. So what that basically means is we need to take a print screen of this here. So let's do that. That's going to be evidence 4. and save your changes. Okay, question 6. Below the title, add the subtitle, report by, and then add your name. So let me go back here. So below the title, add the subtitle. So if we click here, press enter. Let me copy and paste this. So report by, and it's going to be my name. And apply the DB subtitle style to this text. So if I click here, I'll highlight DB subtitle. So let me double check. Subtitle should be right aligned and italic. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Apply the DB body style to the rest of the document. So we're going to highlight the text, all of it. And what I'm going to do is first clear any formatting and then apply the DB body style. So now if we double check, you can see the formatting is consistent. Okay, the font should be Arial and Justified. Let me double check. Yep, sans serif, Justified 10, and there is a 6-point space after each paragraph, so that's fine. Okay, let's go back to the question paper. So we've done that. Now change the page layout so the subheading History of Digital Books and all following text is displayed in 2 columns. Okay, and there's a 1 centimeter space between the columns as well. So History of Digital Books, let's find that. Okay, so it's going to be from here to the end of the document. We need to format it into 2 columns. So we go to layout, columns, always click on more columns, select 2, so both columns will be the equal size, and you want to have a 1 centimeter space between the columns here, so that's fine. Done. Happy with that. Apply square shaped bullet points to the list from dedicated e-readers. So what we can do, actually I saw the list here, 1 second. Yeah, so we're going to apply bullet points here. So it's going to be from dedicated e-readers to, is it tablet computers, to including a notepad. Yeah, so that's where we want to do it to. So these will be square bullet points. Is there anything else we need to know before we apply the square bullet points? The bullets are indented 1 centimeter from the left margin. The list is a single line space with no space before or after the line. There is a 6-point space after the last item in the line. After the last item in the list, should I say. Right, so let's apply the bullets. So we go to Home. Let's click down here and choose the square bullet points. Let's remove the spacing. So if you click here, remove space after paragraph. And let's put a space of 6 after the last item in the list. So we can double click. And these should be indented by 1 centimeter from the left margin. So what we do, we click on this little icon here. And from the left margin we're going to be indented 1 centimeter in. Okay, so yeah, happy with that. That looks fine with me. So question 10 is done. Identify the 7 subheadings in a document and apply the DB subhead style to each one. So DB subhead is going to be serif 14 bold and capital letters. So start at the top. So if you highlight the first subheading and press Control, you can highlight multiple subheadings in one go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So subhead, center line, capital letters, should be a serif font. Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's looking good so far. And what's next to do? So question 12, we need to go to our source folder and open up this file here, n219ereader.csv, and insert the contents as a table after the text device over the years. So let me find this text first of all. So if we go back to my Word document, if I type in Control and F and enter what we're looking for, so yeah, this is where we're going to be inserting a table just after here. Okay, so now we need to open up this file here. So it's a CSV file. So N2 is it N219 reader.csv. So let's open this up. Okay, let me just see if there's anything else about this table that we need to know. So open a file. Okay, before we insert, let's see what we can do. Delete the entire row and context for maxi reader. So yeah, so that's a maxi reader, so we can delete row 5. Okay, that's that done. Sort the data in a table into ascending order of year. So I'm going to highlight the table and apply a custom sort. So custom sort, we want to sort by year. So ascending will be smallest to largest. So there's 1999, 1998 and 1999. These numbers will be at the top, going up to 2010. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Insert a new row in the correct position according to the sort order. So 2007. It's going to be, yeah, just here. And let's insert this information here. So I think it's better now we're doing it in Excel, and then once we're happy with the table, we can copy it across into Word. Not 17, 7. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight the table and let's copy it into Word now. So the table is going to go here, and let's paste the table. Yes, let's paste it so you got the grid lines, you can fit within the columns. Okay, so we've done this, all of this is done. Now let's see what settings we have to apply to the actual table. So apply DB table style to the table. So we can highlight the table and click on DB table. It should be italic. Let me double check. DB table was serif left italic. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, gone too far ahead. Okay, no text is wrapped within the table, so I can see already the text has been wrapped. So if we go back to Word, so this column here we can decrease. Yep, that's fine. No text looks like it's been wrapped. All internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. Yep, that's done. The borders and all data fit within the columns. Yes, there's a 6-point space after the table, so I can click in after the table, double click and change that to 6 points. Yeah, that's done. So all of that is finished. And let's go down to question 17. Format the first row of the table to be bold and centerlined over 3 columns. So if I highlight this, just highlight, yeah, you can't really see it, but I have highlighted the 3 cells at the top. Right click your mouse, merge the cells, and then this will be bold and centerlined over the 3 columns. So bold and centerlined, shaded with light grey background between 20 and 40%. So if we click inside, go to paint bucket, let's go to grey, anything that's between 20 and 40%, so that's 25%. Yep, that looks good to me. Okay, question 18. Import the image n219image.jpg and place this below the subheading the future. So let me find that subheading first of all. Let's type in Control F. Okay, so we're going to place the picture below this subheading here and get rid of that. And the picture is called n219image.jpg, so it's going to be this picture that we insert. Okay, so to insert a picture, you go to Insert, Pictures, and double click the picture from your source folder. Okay, now we need to reflect the image, so the e-reader is on the right, so it must look like this, so this must be on the right. So obviously it's on the left right now, so if we come to this option here, we want to do a horizontal flip. Yeah, there we go, happy with that. Format the image so it's resize, it's 3 centimeters wide with the aspect ratio maintained. So what we can do, double click on the picture. It's going to be 3 centimeters wide, and you can see the height is automatically changing to maintain the aspect ratio. So it just maintains the proportions of the picture. It is aligned to the left margin of the second column. Yep, so this is the second column. And at the top of the paragraph starting, many consumers have embraced. The text wraps around the image. Yep, many consumers have embraced. So what we need to do is to make the formatting to tight here, and you can see with the green lines is on the top of the column or this paragraph, and is aligned to the left of the paragraph as well. So I'm happy with that. Actually, I've just changed. Oops. Yeah, that looks fine to me now. Okay, so that's all done. Okay, so before we print off, spell check and proofread the document. So if I go to review, check document, 16 spelling mistakes. Okay, we're going to ignore this one, looks like it's a name. That's a name as well. That's a name. So anytime there's a name, we're going to skip. And skip that as well. Skip that, skip that. Okay, so to be honest, yeah, so the spelling is fine. Okay, so when there's names, you don't need to change the spelling of names. Okay, so list and tables are not split over columns or pages. So if I go up here, this list is within one column. A table is within one column and one page. If I go to print preview, would be the best way to have a look. So there's 2 pages. There's no widows or orphans. Let me just double check. Nope, that's fine. No blank pages. House styles have been applied. Spacing is consistent. We're going to save, and we're going to print off the documents. Okay, so you can go to print. Okay, and then save your document. And before you print, just make sure your candidate details do appear on every page. Okay, so question 22. Many bookstores sell books online through the internet. Discuss the advantage and disadvantages to customers of buying books through the internet shopping. So there's 4 marks here. Okay, the best thing to do is identify 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages and write it as short sentences. So to save myself a bit of time, I've done this already in the evidence document. So I wouldn't write it like this. I'd write it as a short little paragraph. But 2 advantages is customers can buy anytime, 24/7. There's a wider range of books available online. Disadvantage would be you need to have internet access. Delivery may take time, and you will have additional delivery costs as well. So there's many more things which you can include. There could be, you could say, paying online. You could be a victim of a credit card fraud online. Yeah, so there's plenty of things, additional things you can add. So we've come to the end of the document production part for the October-November paper 2019. Please drop your comments below. Please like and share, and good luck in your exams.